NERDSoul.
Lay ill kid at OneYoungsta holding down, bringing that street geek and nerd. So what is up, my people? Today, another wonderful episode of Animeish. That's right. Like, comment, subscribe. Let's go because we got the crew up in the spot. You best believe. All right, Kunoichi of the year. All right, she don't play. I give to you the one and only Ninja Sama Cosplay. Tell the people what's up. Give them some love.
Good morning, good evening, good night. It's Ninja Sama Cosplay coming to you live from the sofa. And that is literally what's up.
Just kicking and relaxing a little bit. Ain't nothing wrong with that. And we also have, all right, one half of the dynamic duo of the South. This man is the largest comic book distributor in the Gulf Coast. I give to you, Coop, and I ain't gonna say the rest of his name. I ain't gonna say the rest. Just Coop.
My name is Coop. Keith Cooper. Don't be. Hey man, look. I love the namesake. I really am, but I ain't gonna go into no political rant. But don't conflate me with nobody who would vote for another insurrection. That's all I'm saying.
Man,
we gotta wait on that one.
Bro, the song be in my mind though. The song be in my mind.
Yeah, we gotta erase that.
The song be on my mind so much.
Anyway, how y'all doing today? Y'all can hear this on the Blurtish podcast. We're temporarily working on the website, but we're on different podcast formats. So check us out. Find Blurtish, one of a kind.
That's right, man. You know what I'm saying? Except no substitutes. So I'm gonna throw it over to Kunoichi of the year. Yo, Ninja, what you been watching out there? What you been watching in the streets? What you got?
So I mean, over the past couple of weeks or so, I've still continued to watch Solo Leveling. However, I do have to give a shout out to American animation because I have steadily been watching Invincible and X-Men 97. And I mean, I did watch I started Ninja Kamui. I'm not quite subscribed to it yet. I've done 3 episodes, so
man.
It has its pros.
I wish we could indoctrinate you, but I understand.
I just don't like the animation. The fighting is top tier. Like I'm like, whoa, wow. But then I'm like, I don't care about this whole vengeance thing. Like I'm like, all right, whatever. Them folks is dead. You trying to go on about your life now? What's this actually gonna do for you?
That's like, the whole point.
Straight from a Kunoichi
That's why I'm not interested. I don't do well, and that's no shade to this particular anime. Any story where it's just like all my people is dead, and now I gotta seek revenge. I don't really dig stories like that unless there is an outcome where it's like I'm gonna take this stuff over, or I'm gonna, unless there's some extra benefit doing it just because. I mean, these people dead, man.
To be honest, I don't think there's gonna be no benefit. I think this is gonna be where he might get ended off. I can see him just like, all right, I'm dead. Everybody's dead. Like some of the old kung fu movies, dudes be like, we dead.
Too. I think it's okay. It's like I'm gonna end this whole organization and all of the things, and I'm gonna be out too. I guess that's fine in a sense, but I mean, there's resolution if he takes it all down. But I just don't currently care, because I'm like, okay, either he takes it down or he doesn't. It looks cool.
Well, I guess we'll get to the exact. Since you don't know if you're in and out.
I haven't dropped it yet. Okay. I just been too busy watching Invincible and X-Men 97 and
Will you care later if we discuss the episode in detail
I mean, y'all discuss it every week, and I just tune y'all out.
Yeah, she don't be listening to us.
Because I don't want to get spoiled.
Okay.
So I'm like, okay, they talking Ninja Kamui. I'm gonna go, about my business.
I guess we can get into some. We can get into some X-Men now. What you got on that X-Men?
How about Invincible? Because
let's do X-Men and then do Invincible.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Because they're both great.
Don't be trying this her time.
All right.
I watched both. I'm caught up on both, so I can discuss both. For sure. There's 3 episodes of X-Men 97 out now, and let me preface, because I know I'm with comic people.
I don't worry about that.
I was but the seedling when the original was out.
Oh
So I was
wow!
like
Not a
Wow!
seedling.
Whoa!
a seedling. I was
A
like I was
ceiling.
I was I was a ninjita. I was a little ninja. And
Mm.
and
Kid,
so
those sweet little
I only remember
words.
like tidbits. I don't remember too much of the major plot. I just remember like the theme song and eating my, Cocoa Puffs and like, rocking back and forth. But that's really about it. So, but
Sound
that
like a
being
good time.
said, hey, I still get nostalgia when I hear the, you do not skip the intro, so like I still feel the feels, but I wasn't like, and since I didn't read like all the comic stuff, like I'm not as well versed in X-Men knowledge as I am in other fandoms. My best friend is, so he makes sure I'm to date. But regardless of all that, you could start X-Men '97 without that. Like if you just know, who the characters are, kind of the things, it's fine. Like you're not lost.
Absolutely.
So the 3 episodes that are out now are so campy and dramatic, and I love it. It's so flamboyant, and it is awesome. It's all the things that I would want in
Word
like
up.
a standard comic show. I don't mind the upgraded, look or anything like that. It's just so dramatic. The most recent episode, even more so. It's like each one is just like so like just so darn good. Just
Yes.
because it's so dramatic. It's so like it's almost like a soap opera.
It's
It's
very
like
soap
what
opera.
is
It's
Yeah,
happening?
that's. I mean,
very much a soap
So
I
opera.
used to
good.
tell I used to tell like a lot of the like ladies that I went to school with when we were kids. They'd be like, I don't get it, or even in college, I'd be like, it's soap operas for men.
It's just
Right?
it's
But it's not
exactly.
even
Just
for
like
men.
General
Like it's
Hospital been on forever. X
It's
Men been on forever.
sci-fi soap opera.
The
but
Young
to
and
be
the
honest,
Restless
it's
been
not
on forever.
even masculine.
Avengers
To
been
me,
on forever.
but it's not even like a masculine like because I guess people hear comments, they're like, oh, it's kind of like, dude bro, it's more like boyish. It's not. It is like high camp film. My girl went into a whole Sailor Moon transformation just cause old dude got in her head, and then she was the baddest. You couldn't tell her nothing. She hair flipped. She told that dude, say my name.
Yo,
Man,
I ain't gonna
no.
front. It did happen way faster than it happened in the comics.
Was
Which
it was hilarious.
But
She was
Mister
like, "Oh
Sinister,
no!"
they was like, let's speed this up. Let's bring Sinister back in. Let's speed this up.
to be honest, and with 10 episodes, I'm glad they didn't drag it out like the books. Not saying another episode of it wouldn't hurt, but I'm cool. I'm cool with how the pace of it. The fact that they can smooth that storyline out, man, it's gonna be really smooth. It's gonna be great selling all the way through.
They said
Yeah.
we got things to do. We got things to do.
And
We got Forge in
they
here.
even handled Madeline going off on her own a lot better because in the comics it didn't like really play out like that. So it was handled a lot better in
Yeah,
this.
she didn't overstay her welcome. She like, look, all right, I'm tired of you people. I gotta go.
And I liked how they did that in the sense that, like, since they're like, oh, we don't know whose memories is who, but she knows. She's like, I know I'm the one who's been trying to leave. I've been trying to leave since I
Yeah.
started carrying this baby.
Like, I
So I
don't
know
want
what
to be
I'm gonna
here.
do, and it's not this. I'm out.
Yeah,
So
I appreciate that.
And we
Like,
get that baby out the story too.
yep.
yeah,
Because
he
And
got to
you
go on the big table, right?
babies never help with stories. And so we got that baby out of here. Unfortunately, they had to use the brother to get the baby out of here, but you know what I mean, what can you do?
he'll be back.
Bishop was just like, bye. Like, does he like in the story? Does he just like? Because it seemed like he just like, I used this time thing once. I'm going to my timeline, my future, and I'm
I
out. Like,
mean,
there was no goodbye. He
he
just was like,
comes
I'm gonna take this baby.
he'll come back, but at the same time, as with his inner, fears, he feel like he left his sister. So yeah, like, hey, like I gotta bounce. Like I gotta go protect this
I
Yeah,
mean, ain't
future.
like
nobody
Bishop, he be
told him
around.
bye. There was no like goodbye party. There was no sayonara. He just like walked off into the field and was like, all
He was
right,
like,
To
all
be
right, peace.
fair, when they did meet Bishop, he was shooting at them like a few
Oh yeah,
months
he was
ago.
shooting at them hard.
So
but
he's like, all right.
he was part of the team now. I just felt like that was something that was a little odd. That it was just like, yeah, all
He
right, we
ain't
only
dap
got the
nobody up
charge.
or
We
nothing.
out.
He showed
Yeah,
did.
I
He like, give me
mean,
this baby. All right.
more if everybody was just going about their business, making eggs or whatever, sausage and toast.
They was they too
It was
wrapped
like
up.
a random Tuesday morning.
They
It was
too
like,
wrapped up
okay.
with Gene. It was like, all right, Gene back. It's like-
They're like, G Bag, it's all good. And then that fight scene between well, even the horror aspects was
Yes,
awesome.
Very much so.
everyone's fears was done in a really cool way
I
for
Yeah.
mean,
sure.
I don't know. Besides, of course, being dropped into a possible ring of hell, the re- the sunspot, the costume one was really tripping me out, man. Like
Yeah, that was crazy.
that was
Gambit's one was
wow.
crazy.
Ugh.
Gambit, yeah, Gambit was pretty rough. See the love of his life all merged into Mr. Steel Girl.
He's like, I ain't gonna never see that.
He said, I can't unsee that for various reasons.
I
He's
just
like,
love
that's too much.
I love how Gambit just stays in third person. He never says I. He's like, Gambit ain't never gonna see that.
Yo, man, Gambit, he's that type of guy. But the cool part with Madeline versus Magneto was cool. That whole, she was like, look, your magnetism is cool and all. She was like, but my telekinesis.
It's just a reminder that, like, unless she's passing out and whatnot, Jean Grey, when she's at full maximum potential, is that girl.
Yeah,
Even though she was not Jean Grey in this moment, obviously, but I'm saying the same difference,
because
same
you're talking
talent.
about, like, when you get to Omega Mutants, it's pretty much like whoever gets who first.
Yeah, pretty
Like,
Yeah.
because also Magneto's not going in there for the kill, but the fact
This
that he
was
didn't
good.
go
Yeah,
for the
like, this is
kill
good guy
left him
Magneto.
open.
She was on a roll, man. She was rolling. She was cooking.
Yeah,
She was putting up threes. He just came off the bench. He was not ready.
nah, man.
She was all Steph Curry. So it just, wasn't nothing to be done.
Yeah, we got a little bit of Sinister and the virus and everything. So we were able to kind of tie a lot of the stuff from the 90s series into this really quick in a cool, 20 minutes or something like that. I give them their props, man. They put their foot on the gas on this episode and they ain't let up.
Well, the good thing is actually it's 28. The good thing is because it's not cut for Saturday morning, they get to use the full breadth of that 30 minutes. And it just shows when it's written for that time limit and what people can do. And I mean, just shout out to the staff and everybody who's, worked on it. Sorry, the old boy, whatever the hell happened. We don't exactly know the truth. There's the rumors out there, but I can't deny that, he ain't put his foot up in it, him and the other people. So hopefully this continues through to next season since he is no longer.
Yeah, I
with
think
the staff.
they've already greenlit a second and third season. I don't know
Good.
how it'll play out as far as his
I'm
credit
sure they
or
have it
whatever.
mapped
But
out already. They probably
Yeah.
already have it outlined, which is why the pacing is so good because they already know. Like, when you're adapting comics and written works and stuff like that, sometimes you struggle with the pacing because you're like, okay, well, which area of comics are we going to go to next? Which storyline? I feel like they already know, so it's really
they
just
know.
filling it in.
Yes.
Like they already knew. Like, okay, this is so. Otherwise, it might be a little bit more inconsistent. They're like, oh, well, we can't tell we can't have the Nathan Summers and all that part yet. We got to do that later. Like, they're like, no, we're going to do all that now. And so the question is, like, I've seen is like, so when did Sinister swap the genes out and all that? And then it's like, does it matter? Does it actually matter? Like, if you try
Yes.
to pinpoint all that, it doesn't. It really, truly doesn't matter. It does not.
I would say it matters because of people who watched the last series. Because that was weird to me that they did that. They kind of know when they did
Ain't
it,
they
though.
kidnapped that girl about 3 times or so though? So, like, does it
well, see,
actually
G
matter?
might
Sinister-
not know. We might have an idea, but G might
Yeah.
not know.
Yeah, Gene may not know, but I think the audience kind of knows. But it may not even come back to like matter since they kind of did the thing already with Madeline. Since we have Madeline and then we have Gene, so it's like,
I do
I
think
guess
there
it
might be some repercussions between this Gene and Cyborg Scott, who's fathered a child, and them navigating like where they were in their relationship before and all that, before the separate lives were lived by the women and all that. So I think there will be some of that, which is actually important because she can't just act like she was the baby mama because she was not, which I doubt she wouldn't, but still, that might be a little iffy. You know how people could be like,
I don't know, because Scott
does that remind you of Madeline?
I think Scott is so happy that he don't mind, because he got the real genuine thing back.
He
Because
got
so
the
much happened so fast. Like I know they had to speed it up, but it's like now that he know without a shadow of a doubt, that dude he ain't going nowhere.
yeah, he
I'm not
was
saying he's going anywhere, but I do. When she woke up, she was awfully soft to Logan. When she woke up, she was like, "Oh, I mean all that to you. You know,
hmm
you
Well,
know, you know all that."
he was like,
And
well,
bro,
for the drama of it all, it's still iffy.
I,
And then
I'll
it's
say
like a
this.
love octagon because then you got Morph looking at Wolverine with puppy dog eyes. It's like
that's
a
something that I feel like that's something they made for this series, but I might have missed some. I might have missed something in the original series, but
Yeah, I
I
the
feel
original
like they
series.
added that in on this one.
Yeah, I feel like it was more open up because we didn't get to be with Morph that much, and it was more again. The tone was more Saturday morning cartoon. They was a little more cheeky.
well,
Morph
also
is
in the '90s, what was the
yeah
chance of them showing something like that? You know,
zero on a Saturday morning
right?
cartoon show.
Regardless
Um,
of how creators have come out and say, "Oh, we've all thought about this for this character," blah blah blah. That
because
was
it
not
just
about to happen.
it wasn't gonna cut the
So
mustard, and it only cuts the mustard only so far on this. But so a lot of writing and stuff is out there. I mean, Morph, we know it's canon that he is non-gendered per se, so it can be whatever. But I love Morph though. Morph is making me laugh out my mind because the interaction with him and Gambit when he was looking at it like, oh, they booked it for like a whole month, man. Where he was like,
you
He was clicking. He was
he
clicking
was
through
clicking
them
that
joints.
button.
you need that and scrolling right through it. They're like, dang, morning and night, morning and night. You
I'm
need
like,
that cheeky character that's like,
I
yes,
love it.
everything's
Yeah.
campy and dramatic, which
Homie
makes
was
it
like, I ain't gonna
fun, but
say
you need
nothing,
that
but
comic relief. Yeah.
It's just like, and then all hell breaks loose, man. I just like, I'm glad I love what to bring Morph back and his fear of Sinister. It just fits because
yeah,
it was cool that he was the person that it all kind of when the horror show started, and he's like, he's saying something that's like, oh, with the jokes, huh? Welcome back
mm,
to hell. He's
yeah.
like, oh Lord.
But
I appreciate them too, because someone's got to check. Like they're good at checking people. Right now, everyone's like brooding and stuff, and Morph is like, "Man, that dude's banging your girl." Morph, they're like, "Logan, are you gonna get
mm,
over Jane? Like for real? Like I'm right here. Like you want me to like change into her? Like what you need? What you need, bro? I'm
mm,
here.
mm,
Like
mm,
here's a
mm.
beer. Let's go play." Like they're like that. They're a little bit different in the terms of like how they present themselves and their humor and their pacing and it needs it in this whole dramatic soap opera
I'll be
world
honest.
for
I
sure.
just, I'm just happy, regardless of whatever, however people interpret it. I just want Wolverine to be happy. Him and Morph can be cool, be friends, and go drink. I don't really want a rehash of Wolverine and Jean. In fact, I don't really dig. I'm kind of tired of Wolverine dipping on the foolishness. I know that Jean they ain't necessarily married and none of that because of the whole situation. But what I do want, I want to see the infamous beaming of Wolverine with Sky. I'm not even a Cyclops fan, but I am not mad at him if he beamed the hell out of Wolverine one good time this season. Because he got it coming. He just do.
We'll
So
see about that. But I want to give a shout out to
I wanted to happen.
two more folks we got up in here. We got the dubious one. Shouts out to Mark Dub. You know what I'm saying? He in the house. Say what up.
Ooh, 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 ah. That is a cool jive talk from Cool Bird. Okay, yeah, it's just spiraling. It's Mark Dub, part man, half amazing, spicy like the krill, not the cage. How y'all doing?
All right.
Man, we chilling, and we also got the full deck because we got Mama Straw Hat up in here. Say what's up, Gamma Rizzle.
Hey, what's up, everybody? It's your girl, Gamma Ray Cosplay, lawyer by day, cosplayer by night, and of course, all-time geek and mother to the future king of the pirates.
That's right. You know what I'm saying? We up in here. Do you dubious one or Mama Straw Hat? Do either of y'all have thoughts on X-Men '97? I mean, have y'all been watching it? Y'all up on it? What's up?
I am up on everything but that.
Oh,
So I have
Move it
not
aside.
been listening to you. I have been listening only to my brain.
Wow. Okay.
how
Gavel.
about you? How about you, Gavel?
Chef kiss. I mean, my mouth was open just for amazement. Like, I've only watched the first 2 episodes. I think the 3rd episode came out yesterday. I hadn't watched that yet. But I mean, they came from jump. I mean, first of all, let's just say Cyclops was never like my fave. I mean, I thought he was cute when I was little. I was like, oh, he's got little hair with the shade. But I mean, I was always a Wolverine girl, hands down. But I'm like, how in the world they making Cyclops look like the coolest out there? I mean, with the fighting.
Yeah, well, if he's gonna be a leader, he gotta lead. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, my X-Men to me, I'm like, come on, like,
They got
I'm here for
the
it.
leader aspect 100% right. Like, whether if you like Scott or not, that boy is a leader. Like, I can't front on
Man, I like me a straight laced goody 2 shoes. They use shoe cleaner and shoe shine and shoe polish before they walk outside to get the start of their day. Type of person, the kind of person that buttons up his polo, all the 3 buttons up,
All the way to the top.
all the way up. I love those characters.
All the way up.
Characters. That's
Man.
why I like Robin, Dick Grayson, all them guys. Scott
to the
Summers
Tizop.
is my boy. Cause he has got the weight of the world on his shoulders, and he gotta be a daddy, and he got the ladies,
He a new parent, the baby.
And he ain't even got time to play basketball, man. Everybody playing basketball, he can't put his sneakers on. He don't want to get all dirty because he's gotta, But what he doesn't have time to do? Read the will.
Which is
he should have read that.
That was yeah. He definitely should have read that.
In fact, newsflash, people.
Newsflash. He's still too police officer for me.
Never assume.
I feel like he might call the police on us if he see us playing ball.
Assume.
He might perform a citizen's arrest.
That's not Scott Summers because he knows how it is to be marginalized. So
read the will. That's all I'm saying. Always read the will. Know where your position is.
That will look like the from Fairly Odd Parents. It looked like The Rules. Like that will was a novel.
Wow.
Like a Harry Potter novel. It's like you ain't think to turn it open the first page.
Now you get to like chapter 10 and he's like, and for Excalibur, I want y'all to he's like, what?
I mean, Charles Xavier ain't had no official reading or nothing. I was like, so y'all ain't none of y'all thought to see who inherited the team? No one thought to look? Oh, okay.
I guess, that's what hurt Scott feelings. Scott just assumed he was next to rap. You know what I'm saying?
Well, why wouldn't it was sitting on the desk, a big giant book that said the last will and testament. No.
It's like when Big Mama die and like your favorite auntie thinks she gonna be the one to get the house, but your least favorite auntie is the one that get it, and then they gotta fight about it every Thanksgiving. That's what happened.
Let me tell you what Scott Summers did. He's not dumb. He went up there. He sits there in that office all the time. He looked over at the desk. He saw that book. He opened the first page, and it said it goes to Magneto. He closed it down. He was like, these people out here too busy playing ball and flirting with each other and going to the club. They ain't gonna read it. So I'm just going. He patted it. He was like, Magneto probably don't even want it. So we just going. He was just like, we just going.
He was like, Magneto. No, ain't nobody think about that.
He's like, we just gonna keep it. It took over a year for the death certificate to come in, so who knows what's going on with the legalities of that world.
I mean, the richer you are, the more that legalities kick in with that money.
Yeah, I was a little I was like, it usually don't take that long for the death certificate to come in, but yeah, somebody should have read the will. It's very fundamental.
It's right there.
Key.
Just out in the open.
But don't it make it
on the desk, and it said the last will and testament
in big giant letters.
I mean, all caps and everything.
That book was beautiful, though.
Big letters.
That big, beautiful will.
Ain't nobody
novel.
know.
Hey man, but did it not make for good TV? And good drama?
That added to the campiness. That added to the campiness. It's like, look at this big giant dictionary about.
I mean, tell me, but like I said about soap operas for men, tell me that stuff doesn't happen in Dynasty.
I was about to say, I feel like there are enough black X-Men like Storm would have went, but maybe it's just me. But when somebody passed, people already be in it. They be all through the cabinets.
Yup.
They trying to go and get their favorite stuff.
Oh Lord.
Let me tell you who else read the will and didn't admit it. Storm. She went in there. She also opened the
Man,
page
she
and she
read
said Magneto. She's like,
Yeah, because Storm,
not my
Storm
business.
is she's way too regal. She definitely read that joint, but she was like,
So
man,
you
She
Nita.
said not.
Mm-mm.
She said if these white people not bothered, I'm not bothered. She closed it back and went on about her
Storm,
business.
Storm opened it up and said, "Oh no, this is far too messy for me."
Why she sound like Martin Luther
Notice she
King,
wasn't
bro?
that surprised when Magneto showed up. Magneto showed up and she was like, "Well, we just gonna do what we gonna do."
She's like, all right.
In fact, none of the women were tripping. Everybody was like, oh, "Okay, he came up with the fresh blowout, got the silk press." Everybody was like,
Straight from the salon.
Jean was Jean was already trying to leave. Storm was unbothered, and Rogue was like, "Hey,
Rogue was
Zanny."
like,
So
yes.
I mean,
Okay. Rogue was
Nobody
here for it.
was-
She's like,
the
I
women were
haven't
cool.
been touched in years.
Mm,
I'm ready.
She was like, "You want to take
I'm
my
ready.
glove off? You can take the glove off if you want."
Magneto, like, let me take mine off first, though.
Rogue said,
For less
Rogue
gloves.
asked Magneto one question. She said, "Do you mind if I stroke you up?" He said, "I don't mind." She said, "Do you mind if I stroke you?"
Mike, all right, hold on, Mike. Hold up. Time out.
Excuse me.
Mike, you give me all the hell about a few curse words.
That's still language.
Nah, bro. Nah.
Coop, you be using
What
that
is
one.
I don't care.
No, I'm
care.
on Coop's side. I'm on
Nah,
Coop's side.
bro.
Mike needs to put $1 in the swear jar.
Nah, bro.
Because
You
I don't know. Something about that situation.
Yellow
He
card,
owes
yellow
$1.
card. Yellow card.
I can't get with the author of that one, so I can't back you on this, Mike.
Yellow card, bro.
Look, I know about
Flag
the
on the
author,
play.
but I mean, come on. It was a great reference. And also the author's in jail, so it's all good now. You know what I'm saying? It's not like the author's out doing this thing.
Yellow card.
Now I'm not saying go celebrate his birthday. I'm just saying, he's in
Nah,
jail.
we ain't gonna talk about him. I'm just saying your use of that reference, sir. Not family friendly. That's all. I leave my evidence on the floor. Moving on.
I second that motion.
Well, since
I
we
mean,
going to talk,
to be fair, the subject matter ain't really family friendly either. Cause
so late.
Rogue and cheating in the next room,
Cutting up.
You're contagious.
acting bad. Oh.
Hey, well, since we gonna go there, since Rogue is from Mississippi in the swamp, what was
She's
she?
from Georgia.
Oh, she from
She's
Georgia.
from Georgia.
she from
And
Georgia.
Gambit from Louisiana.
The Bayou.
Fake version.
Remy
fake
LaBeouf.
mythical version of.
Yeah, Georgia bayous. I'm not quite. You know what? Let me not offend. I'm just gonna keep my mouth shut.
Oh, I thought the same thing. We hear ninja.
That's like the
I
bayou
was like,
suburb. Bayou
I'm gonna
adjacent.
make it.
Are you sure you're not
Oh
just
my
from
God.
Lake Lanier? She's just from Lake Lanier. She's calling it the bayou.
That's cold.
Me and Coop have ascertained. Gambit is not from New Orleans. Gambit is from he from like Terrebonne Parish, Acadiana.
Gambit is from Homer.
Exactly. Thank you.
Yeah,
He is not from like y'all. All right. If anybody who's listening around the world, I know it's easy to just say Gambit is from New Orleans. If y'all know the accents and know the behavior and know the makeup of New Orleans, he could be from there, but
well, in the
From the
90s
Deep
series,
Bayou.
he went back home, and it didn't look like they were in the city.
No, not at all.
That's the whole point.
That's what we're saying. That's a whole other parish, dog.
He's from down the canal.
He was out there in the county. Well, I mean, I guess y'all call them parishes, but he's in a different parish.
I'm saying the city is in its own parish. That's a whole other parish.
And that's okay. It's authentic if they just admit that he is from a small. Just say he's from a small town, Louisiana. He's from Homer. And Homer is not far from New Orleans, but it's not New Orleans.
It's not New Orleans.
Right, he's from Mamou.
Now hold up. Is he close? With that said, from someone who's not from Louisiana, don't know nothing about the Louisiana streets, is it close enough to consider it New Orleans or not?
No.
All right. Because I didn't know if it was one of those things where it's like you're not in, like, say in LA. You're not in LA proper, but you're like in LA Metro, so I'll still let you count LA.
I'll say this.
Now
Like,
you would still say he's from the Bayou, like for sure.
Yeah.
He's still from. No one's knocking that. Like the whole Gambit's cool. He's just not.
You know
It's
what?
impossible
Yeah.
for him to be from the city because they
Yeah.
still city folk. New Orleans city folk are still city folk. They've been city folks
The
since the
best
1800s.
way you can put it is to say he's from a bayou right outside of that's close to New Orleans, but it's not
Chauvin.
New Orleans. Yeah.
Just
from
enough that
Chauvin.
you are out of town. Just enough for you
Yeah.
to be about out.
That's just something that irks us just a smidge. Like, all right,
I give my homeboy props. My homeboy from Chauvin, and yeah, he talked like Gambit.
yes, folks.
Then
3 of us,
I know
a few of us have lived in Louisiana, so deal
we've
with
been
it,
on
y'all.
this one
Out the world.
for a minute, so I'm gonna throw it on to Ninja Wait because she said she was also watching. That's right, Invincible.
Cut to the title screen.
That's right. Oh man. Okay, I'll say this. If you've seen the most recent episode, which I hope you have, I'll just make this one reference. Another R&B reference. All right, we got a nice, beautiful montage of love, and all I could think about since he decided to make his choice, he meaning Mark, was Jesse Powell's song called "You."
Okay,
Beautiful song.
All right, that's a beautiful song.
You know what I'm saying? A beautiful song. Shouts to Jesse Powell. He was like, "Baby, it's you. The way you walk, the way you talk, man. Come on, Mark. Come on. You're making me proud." Then it got crazy. But you know what I'm saying? I am. Well, I was happy for a second. And then they dashed those hopes. But I was happy to see, Mark, make his choice.
Can I be honest? Or Ninja, I'm gonna let you go. I don't want to jump in now.
No, you go ahead and be honest.
Okay.
You are sorry. It's fine. It's good.
I'm kind of happy it's over now. Like I actually have defended the Amber character. I'm tired. I'm tired. I don't care about Mark having. Usually, I like people having good relationships. I don't care about Mark having a relationship right now, because he's not gonna get no good one for a long time. Like we know he's gonna have a long tail pain of suffering, and I mean, and I have to kind of agree with what Mike said for longest. Now, sometimes there's no training room that can make him better. He got the experience. But yeah, we're on the preferences or whatever, on the verge of extension. It's time, dog. But we don't care about you dating.
Yeah.
Like, and I mean,
so
it's good to snow
Viltrumites
for a
are
while,
almost like Saiyans.
but
in that
it's time.
Viltrumites are like Saiyans, and when you beat them almost to death, they come back stronger. You can just say Mark is gonna get a whole lot stronger because he's gonna take a whole lot of L's.
But they be knocking them lens out his mask every episode. Every time he fight, that lens is gone.
Man, them lenses, he need to just go in and take that whole helmet off. I mean, that whole mask off.
He got the Spider-Man 2002 lens.
I mean, he should go. He had the powwow with the guy who makes the suits. He should be like, man, we need to upgrade my lenses. They
My
popping out.
lens needs something, bro. I just need like the non-lens mask or something. Like, jeez, bro. Like, don't even wear no mask at this point when you flying around at the end of the episode? But
I mean everybody know Iron Man was his daddy at this point. I mean, you just like maybe you need to be one of those to be like, yeah, I'm Mark Grayson and I'm invincible at the same time.
Yeah,
like, I am him. Like the double life. He struggles with the double life too much anyway. Because first of all, you could have did your homework on that daggone ship. Every time you were like, oh, I couldn't do my class, you could have did your homework. You could submitted it. You had tech.
Yep.
To be fair though, if he do admit it. The moment he admit he invincible, somebody gonna come kill his mama because this world is brutal. I ain't gonna lie.
Kill his mama. Oh,
I've been saying like it's almost a goal per call. If he say, "Oh yeah, I'm invincible," yeah, it's gonna be like the next day. Well, you're right. Somebody is.
No, she got a agent in her house with Oliver every day, and I'm sure Cecil can provide and
it's already happening. Unit. She's always been a target. So that to me doesn't. It's not protecting anybody, you know. So,
but in my opinion,
I get why he's struggling because but at the same time, you always knew that you could become superhuman. This has always been my issue with Invincible as far as the whole universe and stuff goes. You always knew you could have been superhuman. Now you don't want the problems of becoming being a superhero. You didn't see what happened with your mama and your daddy growing up the whole time and how that might be difficult and all that. I don't understand.
He's still a 19-year-old idiot. So he got to grow up. He's growing up now.
He needs his own.
I wasn't that ignorant when I was 19. Sorry, that's not
me
an
neither.
excuse. And you were exposed to this world. You knew, no.
He's still an idiot.
He sat, idiot or not, he sat down and was like, "What about you and Pops?" And she was like,
"Well, you know the difference. You know the difference. We black. See, that's the difference. See, black mamas raise kids different. See." Mm-hmm. See,
I'm gonna cut Mark some slack. 19, he's going through it. He also become a sir. He just got a brother from space. He just came back. He damn near died a few times.
But he's been doing this stuff for a while now. He's been doing this for a year
or two.
A year, but that shouldn't make him that ignorant to be
also,
like,
you've
I don't
had
understand
the
why I can't be in
experience of
college.
watching your dad doing this your whole life.
And his dad lied about half of it. No, that is on Nolan. Nolan should have raised him with thicker skin. I'm not saying all this to be like Mark is horrible for not understanding. I think he needs to take some responsibilities, but I do think Nolan should have raised him to be prepped for this. For this ish.
To be fair,
the dude was never in karate classes. Never really got his call book. So that the whole world build up of who Mark Grayson is, I had an issue.
What's his mama name again? Debbie.
But
Debbie.
To be fair though, Debbie has raised him with high character. So
Little Debbie.
Fighting. Thank God for Debbie, or the world would have been destroyed.
Oh yeah, Debbie is the saint. She's kind of the best one in the whole show.
Speaking of which, shout out to. I mean, I know the whole situation with Nolan is messy. But and for real, all jokes aside, the thing with Nolan's other wife, that speech in that episode touched me. She's like, "Look, I'm old. I'm not gonna be here. I would not want to condemn. Please do not condemn him to this." That touched me. And I know it takes a special person to even consider that, to analyze the situation, and then to take up that kid. So Debbie,
Debbie's a good one.
Debbie is a real one. You know
nobody can ever insult Debbie to me. Debbie is the savior of the world, of that pathetic world.
Yeah,
because it should be destroyed.
Right, because if she doesn't raise Invincible to Mark to be who he is, he's not invincible. He's Omniboy.
He's Omniboy. Yeah, and they just destroy the world. They take it over, and that's it. And so I think he's gonna snap into it. But you're right, the way he, the people how raised him. He didn't take kung fu. He was taking baseball, so that ain't bad for that. But
I said this when the trailer for season 2 came out, when they did that little kind of like bit with him and I can't remember his name now, the Unopin, when him and the Unopin were in the restaurant. Alan, sorry. All right, so him and Alan in the restaurant, I was like, you know what? Actually, it would have been cooler to have him like training or something, like hitting a bag or something like that, and then be like, I'm ready. You know what I'm saying? So, because I'm like, all right, you have the strength, but bro, you have no technique. You need to learn some judo, some wrestling, some kung fu, some boxing.
Self-Rogan produced, bro. You expect you reaching, bro. Come on, man. Yeah, they not the Self-Rogan go do his thing, his comedy. It was a trailer, and they weren't ready. They really weren't ready.
And he's staying true to the book too. They didn't do any training montages or anything like that in the book.
It's going to go by the book.
I'm not saying I want a training montage, even though that'd be cool, but just knowing that he did train in some sort of way.
He get his brains beat out every time. That's his training.
Bruh,
ain't gonna be no montage.
No, that's not training.
That's how he get experience. There's no training for him on this earth. He got to get his.
That's how he gets. But
no,
he
there
did
is
train
training
with
for fighting forms. I didn't say there's experience for strength comparison, but
they're not gonna waste time.
He doesn't know how to fight. That's what I'm saying.
How's it wasting time when you see almost every other character that has superpowers training?
Yup.
Not
you know what I'm saying? Look,
they just kind of there. They the bum Guardians of the League. They do all that training.
Tanjiro, he be training. You know what I'm saying?
We talking this. And hey, people complain they don't train
If you want
enough.
to talk about American
y'all
animation,
not
you want to talk
not too
about
much, not too
American
much on the
animation, no
Guardians.
problem. Batman trained, Young Justice, they was training. What next? What excuse?
Not
He ain't got
not
no
too much on the
excuse.
Guardians. Not too much on the Guardians because you know, as shown in the last episode, they really are doing kind of the best they can, considering that they are all not okay in the head. So I don't think
Yeah,
calling them bum is fair. It's not like they like say, "Oh, we're not gonna fight her." They cowards or nothing. They just
Oh, they're
even
not cowards.
Rex.
They just not good enough.
Oh, they acknowledge that. They say like old dude is like, man, if we're the best superheroes out there, but like Samson said, but what makes us the best is that when it comes down to it, we still gonna put our
Can,
best foot forward.
can I say this though? I love that interchange between the two black characters. Shout
Oh,
out to
that was good.
Bulletproof for like, bruh. Real talk, man.
yeah. He
Real
was
talk.
like, and he'll still sacrifice us to save white America. And I was like, thank you.
Yep,
All right, because
absolutely.
don't ever get it twisted.
Oh,
I would like
absolutely.
to make everyone reference the song "Black Cop" by KRS-One. That's pretty much all you need on a statement like that from Bulletproof. But back to the review. Look, we got Angstrom back too, which is something that I love.
About time.
This episode gave me everything, man. Rex
It did.
dealing
I
with
don't
his
know.
issues,
I mean,
Angstrom coming back,
yeah,
Anissa attacking
cold
Mark.
blooded, man.
Yo, man.
Sterling K. Brown is playing him so cool. He is a cold-hearted character, man. He cold as Chicago weather, man. He a bad boy.
You got two hardcore moments where Nissa just popped up. Oh, hey, I'm gonna kill this woman right here. Come with me right now. Like, oh my god. I was like,
Man, she came in so tough. She came
And
in
I
so
was
tough.
smiling. Because I was like, man, look at them. I was smiling, looking at the screen like, this is so nice.
he was frozen in absolute fear.
Yo, Anissa was like, yeah, this is nice. Man, gotta keep your head on the swivel, player.
Man, when they say she faster than Nola, it felt like, I mean, nobody see her come. Even though I guess to keep with the joke, nobody didn't react in the restaurant when she's there hovering over her neck. It's like, don't worry about the background characters.
Cause I was like, they like Tyler Perry extras up in this piece. Like
They were going about their dinner.
They was like, look, they ain't got nothing to do with it.
We ain't gonna animate them. Y'all already know what time it is.
Yeah, we already did the whole.
No one
bit
got up
about,
and ran.
About
No one got up
animation
and
in this.
ran or nothing. We
They
paid
say,
much for this film.
this brisket's some good.
I was like, all right.
Maybe they were like, if I don't say nothing, maybe she won't notice me.
Maybe. Cause I mean, I don't know. That just was funny. I was off footing, but I was like, okay, I'm gonna just let it go with the joke because I did like the joke earlier, which I understand. I'm not mad at it because you gotta.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, sometimes you gotta cut corners on those budgets.
I like the joke.
It's just like live action TV shows where it's like, why are we here again? Oh, because we don't have enough money to make another set, so that's why we're back in the same house. Because we don't have the money for another set, so everything will happen in this house.
It
was a good joke. It was a good joke considering how much slack they got over the past couple of years getting this season together. I mean, people were on their necks for the longest about it. And then you got to keep in mind, we got a whole special in between that. We got the Adam Eve special,
which was stellar.
Updates.
Yes, it was. Very much so.
The one thing about the season, I was like, well, why did y'all split it into two? Because that was kind of weird, but whatever. Like, neither here nor there. Just
I thought that was due to the strike, but maybe not. I don't know. Who knows?
I don't know.
Some of it was, I think they couldn't finish the production side of it. Like, I think it was animated, and I think some of the voice work still needed to be done. So they just kind of grind to a halt. So,
but now that they made the joke, let that be the joke, and hopefully it doesn't come up again. Though, just let that be the one joke. Like, we get it, that was funny. Y'all was right, because I think they had a couple of teasers that came out that was also making fun of like, we're doing the best we can. It's gonna take a while, blah blah blah. They did some tongue-in-cheek things as promo, and it's like, okay, dang.
It's like
dang,
we get it.
Dang, my bad, our bad, man.
They did that joke they did the joke in the comic book. They just adapted it for animation, but they did the joke based off of comic book shortcuts. So it is meta in the whole thing what they was doing, but they just adapted it. So I thought that was pretty cool.
But yeah, this most recent episode lays so much groundwork. In an hour, they covered a lot. Like between Rex and his growth, the whole thing with Eve and Mark, the whole thing with Mark and Amber, Oliver. You got Angstrom coming back. We got Alan, which looks like it's going to be a prison break. It's like, look, yo, we chilling in this episode. And Anissa, man, look, Anissa was like, "Why are you playing around this? Let me go kill this thing real quick." And then she did the instant blow dry of her whole clothes. You know what I'm saying? Like
that was a cool effect. I was like, watch you. I saw it coming. Like she just go shoot through that thing.
Yo, just like in Black Adam. One thing I love about the movie in Black Adam. Yo, I have super speed. Like, why am I not using it? Like, Black Adam uses super speed all the time, especially once he find out that Hawkman can't go that fast. He's like, psh, man, super speed every time. Like, when you watch Superman, you be like, bruh, use your super speed. Like, yo, man, look, she used that super speed, went straight through the kaiju, and she was like, all right, it's done. Next. But I will give Mark his props. He stood on business. He was like, I ain't gonna capitulate, and I'm gonna straight up just spit in this woman's face because I don't care. The answer's no, and he ain't. So I'll give him that. I give it to him. You know what I'm saying? He's still on that business.
I will give it to him, but I wouldn't call it standing on business. I'll call it blind dumb luck. And she took it and said, "All right, I'm gonna go report on this." Like, cause she like, I really don't want to kill you. That was not my orders.
Yeah, she was like, I can't kill you, but she was like, but you stupid.
Rightfully
I think he understood pretty quickly, in the sense of like, she could have been killed me, and she's not playing like the way she's fighting. It's not like she's playing with her food or like, you know, taking pleasure in it. And she said she doesn't. I think and then if you take all that and then couple that with the fact that they did not kill Nolan when they clearly had the chance, they took him away. I think he has kind of sussed out, you know, like he's not completely ignorant and stupid, you know. I think he sussed out they're not gonna kill me. Like you said, you need me or you don't.
That was cool. Like he growing. He his brain at least working. You know, shout out to Debbie. I give Debbie that. I'll just give that a point to her.
Debbie got a date on Thursday. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying.
Good for her.
She got a date on Thursday.
Debbie deserves the world.
Don't take her to Cheesecake Factory. That's all I'm gonna say.
Oh man. Don't bring that up because we don't want to.
All I'm saying, I'm pretty sure the owner of Cheesecake was like, hold on, what I do? Like the CEO had to be like, hold on, what's wrong with our restaurant?
The only other thing worse are the Atlanta restaurants.
Yo, them Atlanta, them ATLs. Look, like, yo, I don't know why people's acting surprised. ATL is black bougie. It has been for a long time, at least since the 90s that I've known. So why are people super surprised? I don't know, but that's a whole other thing. Look, Debbie, that ain't your fault. You know, don't worry about that, Debbie. You good. Going out, dress nice. You know what I'm saying, and have a good time. You know what I'm saying? Go on out there and have a good time.
Let your hair bun down, Debbie. Let it flow in the wind.
You know she's gonna take the bun down. Oh, you know she is.
Get the high stepping.
Mm-hmm. She gonna get a chance. She no kids, no Oliver, no nothing. Man, she gonna be out. She gonna be out there shining. Oh man, the funny thing is, Invincible is so good. I wouldn't even be mad at seeing like a clip of them at the date. Because Invincible does.
I think we do. I think we do need to see that interaction.
I can't think of an episode of Invincible yet where I've been like, man, this episode is trash.
I mean,
or even a filler episode. Like, they've kept it tight on this show.
I mean, there's no filler. Everything is important to the story. It might feel like at times it's down. It's like a true drama, and then it picks right back up. It's been getting flack this season, and I get it after the production, but I feel it. I still love it. Like it gets me back in.
Right.
Again, Alan.
I mean, there was a little filler with the book, but the book was. They've been very brilliant how they've transitioned from the book to the show. And no, they have no filler in the show. They are squeezing in a lot, and they're doing it very effectively. It's great, man.
And see, for someone who's never read the book, I'm just super impressed. Like every time I watch an episode,
I think I would say like the storytelling from one of the episodes last week and the one before that, when the Guardians get their stuff rocked, and I mean we're like, oh, they're dead for real, and it ends with the gun to Rex's head, and since it cuts, you're like, oh, he's gonna live because that's how we're used to everything in storytelling. It's like, oh, well, this one's gonna live because they didn't show his death, and in the very first scene of the next episode, they blow that dude's brains out. You're like, oh yeah, wait, this is Invincible. Of course he's gonna die, and then he still lives. It's like I'm like, oh, it's like that whirlwind of like, it kind of keeps you guessing on like, will they, won't they, how far will they go, how far won't they go,
how he survived, but at the same time, oh boy, didn't hit him dead center, which
Well,
is
I mean,
kind of
there are
trash.
people that have been shot in the head and not died.
and it did go through. It
Yeah.
did go through, but it was
Like-
more so when he got up and he was still talking smack. I was
Yo,
like,
man,
I
shouts
was
to
like,
Rex,
oh, I
man.
think I like Rex Explode now, and then
Yeah,
he's
Rex-
kind of
Rex
calmed
was-
down since then. He got a
Man, I
reality
tell
check.
you, Kirkman is very, very, a very gifted writer, because he does that several times with several of his series, where he takes a character that you find despicable, he 180s him. You end up liking him. He's
Yeah,
very
Rex
good
is,
at that.
he's in a transition period where I can deal with him now.
And I kind of liked it, like he was slowly kind of getting better, so to speak, like getting responsibilities or whatever, feeling some heartache with old girl, Multiply, whatever, leaving and all that.
Oh,
But then
duplicate.
it's still ultimately it didn't matter until he almost died, and he was like, I have had an outer body experience. I thought I was done, and it sucks that it took that to realize this. But he's like, I'm saved. Gonna do better
I was
in
bad
life,
to a lot of people. I'm gonna be better.
you know. And I'm like, that's sometimes
hear
when
that.
people have that moment where they almost die, and then they're like, wait. They're like, I'm not happy with the way I live my life. Let me not do that.
It's dope to see that in such a trash character, a person who has character problems, and it's like to hear him voice that. It is cool to see that in this world. That it's like, oh, we laugh, ha ha ha, but it's like, no, this world is brutal. It's like almost like I died, and then he's like, man, I need this Invincible. I need to beat this, dumb octopus man to see if I still got anything, or I'm gonna be, done. That was
And
cool
then
to
the
see.
fact Mark related to it, like, first of all, Mark let him get his W. He was like, all right. In certain shows, mainly animated, but like, no, I gotta do this because I protagonist. He was like, no, get yours. And he trusted him to do what he needed to do. So that shows some further growth as far as like their dynamic and how they've grown towards one another. And even Mark's decision making to be like, you know what, you'll be fine, So and not have to play the hero, to other heroes. I hate that in stories when the hero has to be heroes and other heroes all the time. He was like, all right, cool. He was like, you
Right.
sure? But you cool.
Yeah,
All
they
right.
definitely had that respect, and I was like, that's nice. That's nice.
And shout out to the Immortal for realizing, even though Invincible grabbed it and did that, but he told him, look, I'm faster and stronger. And Immortal was trying to play the hero, and he realized, like, man, I'm up here, I'm not fit to lead. I gotta take some time off. Like, like I'm doing these things, I'm out of pocket. I could have started interstellar war. What if Alan was like, a conqueror or evil person, and he was gonna wash me anyway? like I wasn't ready. Alan was like, look, man, you need to chill.
Oh, because
what-
Alan is built different now.
Yeah, he done leveled
Yeah.
up.
I
know
love
what
it
I'm
when
saying?
he like, oh, that used to hurt more. He's like, my head's still attached. Oh, I'm good.
Oh,
Yo,
was
he
like,
hit
oh.
Anissa real good, and once he realized, he like, oh, I got the glow now. He was like, all right, I feel you. We here.
He's like, let me go
Man.
play dead. And I was actually a little like, I mean, I don't know this character a lot, so I've only seen one episode. But the fact that she was confident enough to think that actually knocked him out after her first hit, which was arguably harder, did not knock him out, is a little strange. That she didn't assess his strength a little better to be like, are you actually knocked out? She was like, yeah, I did that. It's like, oh, okay, girl.
Yeah, I
all
guess
right.
it's just like the general arrogance of a Viltrumite.
Of a Viltrumite, yeah, I would think
mean,
so.
And she's Jurley. I mean, they Jurley kill people, so she be knocking them out. So it's like, yeah, it's probably like, another one.
Yeah, but it's more so that I don't know. In my mind, I'm like, her first hit was significantly harder than the second one, but she was kind of like, yeah, I'm gonna take it.
And then she's
Take
such
it.
a good, studious soldier. She's like, hey, we want to study you, so let's bring you back. They're like, so
We gonna
Yeah,
cut you
she
open.
definitely seems like she's ruthless, but she's also super by the book.
Yeah.
Because she comes in, reports to the general. She's like, "Hey, this happened. Hey, I tried to tell him, and this is what he didn't agree." And you know what I'm saying? Even after beating the guy, quote beating Alan, she was like, "I'm not gonna kill him. I'm gonna take him in so we can research him." Because of course, as we know, or as far as we know, we Viltrumites can't nobody whoop us. So, they they're gonna have more on their hands than they know, because they got Invincible, who when he stepped up his killer instinct, he did hide on the Thraxan planet. Then you got Alan. Then you got Optimus Prime. They don't even know he out there, and you got Nolan still alive. So I mean, they could have some problems on their hands. I mean, we'll see, but they could have some problems. They got some serious issues going on.
well, I guess we're gonna. I just wonder if it's gonna mostly focus on Langstrom or whatever his name next. I wonder if we're gonna do anything Angstrom. I wonder if that's gonna be the main focus next episode. But I guess it has to be, because he's holding Invincible's mom hostage. So
Yeah, the next episode he'll be probably cementing himself as one of the most important threats at the time. So, but I know we up tight on time. So here, I'll throw it to Mama Straw Hat first. Real quick, Mama Straw Hat, some final thoughts on some stuff you've been watching recently, and of course, where can they find you?
Some things I've been watching. Definitely need to catch up on Invincible. Thank y'all for putting me back on, because completely fell off my radar. But a lot of the anime I've been watching has come to its finale. The finales were excellent. Of course, the Time of Affection. Just because of the heartstrings. Friend ended beautifully, and Apothecary Diaries ended beautifully as well. It's a very slow burn, but gotta love it. And of course, I'm always watching One Piece. Can't never get enough of that. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to this upcoming new anime with these new seasons, especially Kaiju number 8. Just watch the English dub trailer for it, and just off the chain. So looking forward to that. But as always, I have a great time getting to link up with my fellow, anime enthusiasts, and y'all can just catch me on all social media platforms at the Gamma Ray Cosplay, and looking forward to it.
All right, word up. Shouts out to Coop. You know what I'm saying? Give him some love. Tell him what you've been watching. Give him a couple final thoughts, some words of wisdom, if you will.
To piggyback off of Gamma, as always, since I guess I have a weird thing about when the seasons are gonna end, I will be sharing. As always, I'll get those trailers lined up, give it to y'all. So I know we're gonna be watching, of course, Demon Slayer, My Hero. But I always like when we find things that we like as a group and we can add to the pot. So hopefully we'll look at the trailers and we'll have our preview, maybe another episode or two. Probably about 2 weeks. We'll probably do a week or two. We'll do the preview, because of course we're gonna be discussing the Invincible finale and other stuff. And I think we're about to come up on the Solo Leveling finale.
Yeah, there's one more. There's one more episode, I think.
Only one more? Dang.
Yeah.
I told you it's only 13 this season.
Man.
So shout out to Igris.
Dang.
I love that fight was dope.
Off the chain.
That was great. Igris is such a, he had honor. He was like, look, I'm not even you want to go hands? I'll go hands with you, partner. They went blow for blow. So
Igris,
this was like
the bloodshed.
Like, bruh, the way Mark said it, that's how I felt it. I was like, woo, this character here ain't playing around. So yeah, we still gonna be finishing with this dungeon. So that's how it's gonna be a good setup for where we're going in Solo Leveling. So I love that fight. I love Jinwoo. He still gotta earn some things. So he gonna get more powerful, but he gotta go through some darkness. Yeah. This man went from couldn't be able to kill a goblin safely to fighting this into a rank or whatever demon. So
Man, he was chilling out there with Idris. No, I was just playing.
just as a brutal, he was like, I barely won. Like, boy, I had the power of the pen on me, because you was about to take me out. I had to hit them pencil line powers. But shout out to Soul Leveling. So we gonna discuss that next week. Ninja Comedy. I love the Emma backstory. Dope.
Yeah, that was nice.
God, just I know. I wish we love it, but I love that show. Like, bruh, this has been such a good anime season. Dungeon, it delicious in Dungeon. Oh my God, I've been look. I done now to add that to my reading list. The danger level. I think that the finale was today. I watched it. Did you watch it, Gamma? Oh,
no, I hadn't watched it yet.
Oh,
I haven't watched it yet. But when I say I never have wanted to try Dragon so bad, after watching that, I was like, that looks like a good dragon.
But
I want it.
Even with the eating of the dragon meat, but the danger level has gotten so high that the world it keeps unfolding and unfolding in that dungeon and other stuff. And I love that they brought the sister back, but you'll see what's going on. It's more to come. So it's they just become a group of people that I want to. I can't wait to see the end of this series. Like I love those characters. They work very well. Great voice acting. That has been a wonderful show to add to my future to my permanent rotation. So y'all watch those shows. Ninja Kamui is dope. Delicious in Dungeon has touched upon all the factors of things that I like. And you can't go wrong with Invincible. Can't go wrong with X-Men 97. This has been a wonderful show. So follow me at blurred.ish. I will be in Alabama, Mobile, April 20th, and then Mississippi on the 21st for the Hancock County Library System. You probably won't hear this, but I may be in New Orleans for Club Kawaii for anime night, club night thing on Good Friday. We shall see, working out those details as we speak.
I might have to check out some of that footage from a couple of those events.
I'm still waiting on the footage for other stuff. I can't wait to see that mic drop on the other events. Especially
it's actually already uploaded and sitting there. It's just been busy. Gotta get.
I can't wait. We gotta hear some of that from that Optimus Prime voice, man. Come on, man. That's our highlight of the year, probably.
Man, anyway, let me throw over Ninja. You know what I'm saying? The Kunoichi of the year. You know what I'm saying? Any final thoughts? Any words of wisdom? Tell them where they can find you.
Yeah, sure. I would say we didn't go too far into it, but Solo Leveling's still great. I do enjoy how like his dungeon fights are of a different flavor than his fights like in not his dungeon fights, whatever he calls them, his castle, when he's like in his actual little own world thing, versus when he has to like actually do a dungeon or has to fight humans and stuff. The quests or whatever they're called. Like they're just different. Like it's more like when he's outside the real world, he's fighting like he's testing himself, testing his limits, versus like actually pushing himself to the limit in the quests or whatever. So I think that's really cool. I'm thinking it's going to end on a high note. Everyone's saying it only gets better. So next season, I'm hoping for the same quality. For next season, I think the one I'm anticipating the most is because we have not seen it in a while. And it's another manhwa, another animated webtoon, and that's Tower of God season 2. I let out a noise of joy. If you have not seen it, I know I've mentioned in the past, the first season's on like 12, 13 episodes as well, and it is just literally tower of fighting. Each level is another fight, another puzzle, another situation, and it's got twists and turns and gas, and the animation is very different, but it looks just like if the webtoon just just appeared or whatever. So it has that certain look, but the story is really cool. It's not really like a lot of the other stories out there. So I'm glad to see that it is continuing on, and you'll see why someone got voted the most hated character. Is one of the most hated characters of all time.
The name
without spoilers. But
so mad.
Hope they stub their big toe every day for the rest of
Oh
their
wow.
life.
Oh man.
Oh wow.
You'll see. I'm telling you,
Oh boy.
it's wild. I would recommend that would be one people catch up on before the new season starts.
Okay.
Absolutely. But
I'm jumping on.
do it. I'm gonna probably rewatch it before the season comes out, just because it's been a while. It's been a few years. It was like, I want to say pre-COVID. COVID just started, something like that. It's been
Yeah, it
at
was
least like
definitely
3
before
years.
COVID.
Yeah. So anyway, yeah, that was back when people weren't even really on webtoons like that. So it's still worth the watch though. Anyway, also hyped for all the usual, the usual suspects, My Hero, Demon Slayer, all that stuff. So, all that being said, still just taking in what the bandwidth can take in. So it'd be good that some of these shows will be over, so then we can start more new shows, all that stuff. And I am once again Ninja Sama Cosplay, and I am at the Ninja Cosplay on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and wherever fine books are sold. And as always, thank you for chatting with me, everybody.
To have you back all the time.
Yeah.
Well, as consistent as I can be is what I present, and take it or leave it. It is served with love.
All right. Well, the dubious one. Please grace us with your presence.
Well, I can keep this short because y'all covered the ones that I've watched in Solo Leveling and Ninja Kamui. But I did watch Undead Unluck. I think I'm the only person who still cares, and I don't really. So I'm not even. Like I said, I'm gonna keep it short, y'all. I'm Mark Dub on IG. I'm still Mark Dub 44 on Twitter, X Twitter, whatever you want to call it. And I'm still Mark Wallace in these streets.
Hold up. What happened? Anything good in Undead? How is it? What's the state of it right now?
Oh, I mean, you know what? So they are, man, they're really, really, really still trying to paint, as I don't know. I think they really pushed. I feel so biased because I feel like they pushed so hard to incorporate this character and make this character important, and I don't like them. So I don't understand them. I don't like them, and I'm kind of uninterested. I regret bringing it up.
Okay,
y'all go watch the recap.
Okay, never mind.
It's not that great.
Okay,
not for me. But anyway, so yeah, I think I'm gonna just be catching up and watching. I'm gonna watch this first season of Tower of God. That sounds really great. It sounds like something Mike would be into. With every episode, another fight, another level. It's a lot of fighting and leveling up, Mike. That's
Yeah, I might have to peep that. I might have to peep that out.
And I'm jumping back onto this onto Invincible, so I can be caught up. I read the books though, so I kind of know what's up, even when I don't. But y'all, like I say, look for me in these streets, man. Next month on a certain holiday, I'll be hosting an event. It's a holiday that happens every year during the month of April.
Oh boy, April Fools, of course.
It's gonna be some fools on April. April 20th. Y'all thought I was talking about Easter. I'm not. I'm hosting an event. It's gonna be great.
Easter Sunday. So.
Yeah, there's also that one, but yeah, that wasn't it. Yep. It comes a little bit later.
Go on, get y'all Easter clothes ready, y'all. Anyway, where can we find you, Mr. Dubious?
Oh yeah. Probably in the streets, man. I say that, but I be in before the street lights go off. Look, so yeah, find me on IG, Mark Dub. Holla at me there.
All right,
I'm out.
that's what's up. That's what's
Yeah,
up.
yeah.
Well, final thoughts from me. We got tons of great shows to watch. It ain't no reason for y'all to be complaining. I don't want to see it on there. Be happy. Get a show that you enjoy and just enjoy it. You know what
Plenty
I'm
to
saying?
choose.
Sit back, eat some popcorn or something, you know, and get a little something to sip on and enjoy these wonderful stories that they bring to us. Of course, NERD, SOUL, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, podcast, all that jazz. And we got some new stuff coming. I'm just working on magazines and all kinds of stuff, but we got tons of stuff on the way. Until next time, it's from us to you saying, look, make sure that you study your art, continue to practice your forms. And when you look, when you are faced with a true villain, remember it's not only power, it's also technique. Peace.
Get ready for that spring season.